Hey y'all, welcome to episode 7 of DEI in 5 bite-sized discussions on diversity, equity, inclusion. Before we dive into today's discussion, I just want to emphasize that these 5-minute DEI discussions are not meant to be comprehensive or exhaustive by any stretch of the imagination. Instead, they serve two main purposes for you, the viewer. Firstly, these discussions may introduce you to a topic that you're perhaps not familiar with, and I encourage you to do further research on your own to learn more. Additionally, if you're interested in a deeper dive, feel free to leave a comment and request a longer video. I love this work, so I'll certainly take it into consideration. Alternatively, these videos may serve as a refresher on a topic that you're already familiar with, but perhaps haven't thought about or considered recently. Either way, my goal is to provide helpful insights and facilitate meaningful discussions and discourse around diversity, equity, inclusion in the workplace. So, without further ado, let's talk about today's topic, which is the importance of psychological safety in the workplace. To start, let's define psychological safety, right? Psychological safety is essentially the belief that you can express your ideas, opinions, thoughts, concerns without fear of any sort of negative consequences, meaning you can feel comfortable enough to speak up in meetings, you can share your unique perspectives, even if they are contrarian. You can admit to mistakes and even offer suggestions without worrying about being ridiculed or shamed, embarrassed, punished, or even retaliated against in some cases. So, it's important that we establish a company culture that is rooted in psychological safety because it is imperative to fostering an inclusive workplace. Inclusion cannot happen without psychological safety. When everyone feels safe to share their thoughts and their opinions, you are more likely to gather diverse ideas, which can in turn lead to increased innovation and creativity. It's, of course, important to note that it is much harder for marginalized and underrepresented individuals to establish psychological safety. We're working around microaggressions, feelings of exclusion, and other biases that can all contribute to an unsafe and unwelcoming environment, which in turn can create the sense of isolation, prevent individuals from speaking up, or even just contributing or doing their best work. So it's really important for leaders and managers to prioritize psychological safety and actively work towards creating a safe and welcoming environment for their teams. Individuals also have some work to do, right? Individual contributors can also do their part by just being aware of and checking their own biases and assumptions, right? And actively including other people, soliciting input from folks, and listening with an open mind. And note that when I say listening with an open mind, that doesn't mean that you have to listen with the intent of being changed by what you hear, right? But instead, you are listening actively with the intent to just simply ingest what is being said by another person and just trying to understand their perspective, not agree with it. By prioritizing psychological safety collectively, we can start to create a more inclusive workplace, one that is more productive, one that is more innovative. That's all I got for today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Share it with a friend, a family member, a foe. Share it with anybody, And I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, y'all. Until later. Thanks again.